Hello, this is Reporter Television and I am Bethel Mikhail with the news. After consuming an investment outlay of USD 250 million and 9 months of construction period, one of the shortest construction timetables among the mega government-sponsored projects in Ethiopia, the Awasa Industrial Park (HIP) was declared open for business in an eventful inaugural ceremony held this week in Awasa, the capital of the southern regional state. Prime Minister Hailemariam Desalegn honored his advisor Arkebe Kubaye as a dedicated and hard-working leader, as well as the architect behind the successful completion of the Awasa Industrial Park, which is being described as a world-class industrial facility. 14 global fashion firms, including giants like H&M and PVH Corporation, are tenants in the new textile industrial park. The park is also open for Ethiopians, and so far some 6 local companies have confirmed to have leased sheds inside the park, while the government is in talks with more than 20 local companies. Built by a Chinese contractor, the 1.3 million square meters HIP is designed to house over 20 apparel and textile manufacturers. As government officials put it, it is also expected to double the number of jobs for Ethiopians in the sector and increase revenue generated by textile exports by tenfold. Summoning members of the newly set up Tourism Transformation Council for the 3rd Regular Assembly, Prime Minister Hailemariam Desalegn, who chairs the council, lambasted leaders of the regional states for failing to protect and maintain the existence of national parks in the country. The Ethiopian Wildlife Conservation and Development Authority warned it has come to a point where it is unable to prevent the destruction of parks in Ethiopia. Cementing the concerns of authority, the Prime Minister reiterated the looming devastation of national parks that offers sanctuary to many endemic animal species such as zebras, elephants, and many seasonal migratory birds, which are referred to be near extinction. According to the Prime Minister, Awash, Nechisar, and Babile national parks are the 3 most endangered sanctuaries on the verge of extinction. According to Hailemariam, the number of zebras in the Nechisar National Park is alarmingly dropping due to the expanding number of settlers in the park. Hailemariam said it is the only sanctuary to the dwindling zebra herd in the country. Unfortunately, the mounting level of stock grazing inside the park has exposed the zebras to diseases, and many have died because of the intruding animals, he said. The same holds true for both Awash and Babile national parks, to which the Prime Minister echoed stern warnings to political leaders. Babile exclusively shelters and is best known for an elephant sanctuary in Ethiopia. Residents of Gondar and Debark towns of the Amhara regional state clashed with government security forces for 3 days, causing at least 6 people to lose their lives and incur damage to property. The regional government stated that normal life is back on track, while residents point out to the continuing tensions in the areas. According to sources residing in Gondar, the clashes started when residents of Gondar town Qabale 18 resisted government security forces' alleged attempt to capture one of the committee members seeking a new identity for the peoples of Walqait and Tsagada. The other reports show that the number of people dead may be higher. Sources also stated that residents protested against the measures of security forces resulted in the burning and destruction of properties, including one Salam bus. A statement issued by the National Intelligence and Security Service and Federal Police Anti-Terrorism Task Force, which was tasked with the mission of apprehending the suspects in Gondar town, revealed that 5 civilians lost their lives while the security forces sustained serious injuries. The statement linked the parties involved in the clashes against the security forces to anti-peace and terrorist forces residing in Eritrea. It also revealed the suspects were involved in serious crimes, including killings in different parts of Amhara and Tigray regional states. Nugusu Tilahun, head of the Amhara Regional State Communications Affairs Office, told the reporter that the incidents in Gondar were repeated 2 days later in Debark town, where as well as property of innocent civilians were damaged. He explained that the Regional Administrative Council meeting evaluated the incidents on the two cities on July 15th. The regional government is sad with what happened in these cities. We believe that any problem and question of the public can be addressed in consultation with local administration without resorting to violence, he said. Ngusu also indicated that the regional government has devised a mechanism to rehabilitate the victims of the conflict and to ensure that similar incidents are avoided in the future. In his press conference on July 15th, Getachew Redda, Government Communications Affairs Minister, told reporters that the incidents are being related with the identity question of Welkait and Tsagada, and causing to single out some ethnic groups as victims. He said it is expanding to other places. He also said that 6 out of the 20 members of the committee seeking new identity are suspects of serious crimes. He said that the task force tried to apprehend the suspects with court warrants. Ethiopia has revealed its readiness for a hard-hitting measure to enforce peace in South Sudan days after the Intergovernmental Authority on Development communique demanded revisions on the United Nations mission in South Sudan to establish an intervention brigade. Ethiopian Communications Affairs Minister Getachew Redda said in a press conference on Friday that troop contributing countries should take strong actions to ensure peace in South Sudan and realize the peace agreement. According to Getachew, IGAD and UN Security Council have selected Ethiopia, Kenya, and Rwanda to be prepared for an extra contribution of troops. According to Getachew, Prime Minister Haile Mariam Desalegn had met with officials of both the rival factions and urged for a ceasefire. However, the situation is escalating even to the extent of committing a military attack on the UN compound, which is clearly a war crime. The Ethiopian Athletics Federation, EAF, has announced on Thursday, July 14, 2016, it has banned 2 Ethiopian athletes for 4 years from any athletic competition after they tested positive for the use of banned substances. The EAF has been working in collaboration with the World Anti-Doping Agency and International Association of Athletics Federation in investigating the case of 6 Ethiopian athletes who were suspected of doping, and in this regard, the federation has found 2 athletes to have used banned substances. The 2 athletes are long-distance athletes Sentayo Merga and Teyamu Shumiye. Therefore, the banned athletes will not participate in competitions at both international and local levels. The decision is effective as of January 25, 2016. WADA has instructed officials of the EAF to implement measures to improve the anti-doping program and activities. The Ethiopian Athletics Governing Body has stated that the federation is now testing 200 athletes who take part in different athletic competitions held locally on different levels. That was all for today. Thank you for watching. For detailed information and exclusive interviews, make sure to go to our website, thereporterethiopia.com.